Hey everybody, my name is CrossTheGalaxy, better known as Cross. Thanks for joining me today. Had a little thought about how to change some things, and I unbrain farted. It's amazing how quickly that goes away after you're no longer on video and feel like you're on a time crunch. But between videos, I just changed a little something. I made this slightly bigger. You see, just to make it even with this, and this is no longer going to be where we craft food and make drinks. Instead, this is going to be where we store completed food and drinks, just to make things easier for the future. So rather than having to, I was originally going to have the storage, as I said, around here. Instead of having to make every time somebody wants to eat, they have to go up the stairs and go this way. They just go up the stairs and grab their drink. The cooking is instead going to be over here, and the unprepared food storage is going to be right there and over here. So that's the plan. Hopefully it works out well. Also, like I said, the second I walked away, I remembered how to do it. It's P. I was looking through all this fancy stuff. P, labor. And then we'll see what you got. What do you have of interest? Fish dissection, fish cleaning. I like that. In fact, we're going to immediately, first of all, make this a hotkey because it's driving me mad. Hotkey F4 Z. What would we call this? Food kitchen. There we go, kitchen. So just as a temporary thing, build workshop. Build workshop. And what is fishery? Fishery is H, I believe. Yes, there we go. So just as a temporary thing, before we move him away off into one of the side rooms, we're just going to have him working down here, putting all the food out on the table. Just, cleaning the fish, making it ready to be edible. I don't recall if fish can be eaten just after they're cleaned, but just in case, might as well. And a miner. Oh, this is a fantastic first migrant wave. You never get this sort of stuff. You usually get you get a lot of fish cleaners, and you get things like wax spankers or beehive tenders and that sort of thing. So a miner, a wood burner, whatever. But the miner, let's go. That's worth it. So I'm just zooming in a little bit with my mouse buttons so you can see things better, hopefully. So we're going to make it so he has nothing else to do other than mine. Get in the mines and be happy, co-soft, stand stat. All right, keep going. What do we got next? Give me another miner. What is this? Oh my god. Another fish cleaner? Not too important. Not too important. We're going to make you a stone crafter. To get along with that, we're going to temporarily, this isn't going to be long term, set you up. Oh my god. I'm not leaning, I usually lean forward when I play this game. So this is going to sound weird. So all the muscle memory for the keys is bound to leaning forward. So he's going to be working in here, just around here, just to make it easy for him to take all the rocks and clean out the area and make it look nice, okay? Let's go back up to the next migrants. Who was the last? It was Bogem, I believe. Next. I think that's a dwarven child. Please be, oh god. Dwarven children, how old are you? Oh, grouchy. How old? Oh, Lord. Separated from being... Oh, he's 8. All right, he's not going to be useful. Dwarven children do nothing. Oh, my God. You see this flashing? It means they're legendary in something. A legendary dancer? Excuse me? I ask for useful dwarves, and you send me a legendary dancer. What do you do? Oh my god! By the way, look at all of these relationships. None of them are in the fortress at the moment. Not even our lover. What? You come in here without anything? Shows their deities. What is a force? Guess we'll never know. Guess we just... It's a thing. Object of worship. Alright, there's all stuff we don't know. But yeah, you are going to be our entertainer when we finally have a temple or an inn or something. But until then, you're a plant gatherer too. Good. Get out in the fields. Ooh, what do we got? A miller. Okay. A miller, I mean, is simple. A miller does what a miller does in real life. They take crops and mill them into wheat, right? But at the moment, not necessary. So let's make you a... What do we got that... Something a little more interesting. We need another mason. Or, let's get started on... smoothing stone. Smoothing stone makes things look nicer. It makes people happier to be in it. It's... Oh my god, I'm burping today. It's also the precursor to being able to engrave stone. So let's get you started just immediately on smoothing some of these people's houses. Also, we're going to need some more rooms. Stat. Okay, good. So I made some extra. Hopefully some of these people like are married or lovers or something. Because if they're married or lovers, they'll sleep in the same rooms. Oh, there we go. See what I mean? And we got to put the child in his own room. Otherwise he's going to get snatched by some goblin. They'll occasionally send... look at all these beds, my god. They'll occasionally send some annoying little scouts who will do whatever they can to steal your children or something. Something dumb like that. Usually they get caught and killed immediately. Alright, so... Ooh, another miller? We should get 2 millers? We did! Are you good at anything else? You're good at fighting. Alright, I'm afraid to tell you, unless you got kills, you're not being earmarked. A record keeper, though. Oh. So I'm assuming... Okay, what do you require? So, okay, what I just did, as I went to the noble page, I hit N. Right? Your expedition leader, I mean, it doesn't really have a play in the game. The expedition leader doesn't really have a play in the game. The name of this will change, and the things they do will change. But he doesn't do much. Militia commander, he is an overall leader of the command of the militia. He rules a squad. Once you make one, you can make extra, and I believe they're militia captains or something. A sheriff is like the police. A hammer doles out dwarven justice. Dwarven justice is a lot more harsh than our forms of justice. A lot of the times that means hammering somebody who's broken the law, or hammering somebody the nobles don't like. A manager is something I don't really mess with. A manager is a noble who... what's the best way to describe this? I believe it's the way when I was talking about, in the first episode, the Stalinistic dictator. I believe they're the people who can centrally manage everything. Through their desk, they can manage things. That's what I believe. I don't mess with it generally. A chief medical dwarf, what it sounds like. And a broker is your face when doing negotiations. I hope we have somebody who's good at judge everything. Oh, okay, cool. Nobody, so that's not good, but unimportant at the moment. So the bookkeeper, there we go. That is your task. Let's go over to our stores. Oh my god, I hit this button before. Look down the side here, make burrows, stockpiles. Nope, that's not it. I'll figure it out as... There we go. Z! There we go. So stocks. So this is what the record keeper keeps track of. He'll keep track of the exact amount of what you have. And I believe there's a way to make it so more specific. I just like to have somebody who's exact, so I'll make them go down to the individual. And if you don't want the individual, if you want it by the tens or the hundreds, you can do that too. That means they can do multiple things. But, tab. Oh, okay. Alright, so that's our record keeper. We're already at 14 dwarves. What are you, a peasant? Oh, I love peasants. You know what peasants do? Nothing. They haul. Good luck. Have fun out there. And that's it. Alright. I like it. Let's also move a mason's workshop inside as well. I believe this might also be one of those old mythology things about Dwarf Fortress. I believe that sound can wake them up from their sleep and stuff, but whatever. I don't know if that's true, but that's something I've heard. But if it does, come on, look at your style. Look how good everything looks. How could you possibly want to be woken up? How would you mind being waken up by somebody making doors for your neighbors. Come on, that's so rude and not respectful. We're gonna make these a little more important because, like I said, we got all these people coming in and they need a place to sleep. That little bunkhouse in the main road, the main entryway, is not good enough for really even medium term. Okay, there we go. You still making beds? You are. Cancel that. Cancel that. What do we want from you? We want some buckets. See, if you watched the introduction video, you saw how much buckets were worth. They would cost a lot. Okay, something like 20 points, and you could get like 10 ale for that. When all it takes is 3 logs, and that's it. We're gonna get some buckets. Don't really have much of a use, to be honest. But they're used for wells and feeding people and stuff. Not feeding people, but to give them drinks and stuff. Gonna make wheelbarrows. This makes carrying things easier, heavier things. Step ladders are just nice in general. They help people gather in places where there are trees. So taking pears and fruits from the trees during spring and summer, and that sort of thing. Okay. Oh, this is something you're gonna love about Dwarf Fortress. It's the same thing in RimWorld 2 if you play this. They run to their task, mine one thing, and they're like, you know what? I kind of want to sleep, or I kind of want to drink, or I kind of want to eat right now. I'm done. That's frustrating. Okay, ooh, you're gonna get the bookkeeper gets his own room for now. He's also gonna need an office to do his work. But that's not very important right now, and we can make a floor for that eventually. Okay, so you notice how I canceled making barrels. There's a reason for that. What we're doing is instead, well, first we're going to make some mugs so people can drink out of them without getting furious at me. But then we're going to make some pots, I believe. I think they are. I can't remember if they're pots or jugs. One of them is basically just a heavier barrel. And it's a lot easier than worrying about wood, because wood is, well, not a finite resource. It is comparatively finite. Are you okay? What's going on with you? Oh no, you're just being very slow. It's the flashing name, the flashing color. It throws me off. We're gonna change up our hotkeys real quick because we don't really care about the wagon anymore. Zoom here. We're gonna hotkey here. F2. Zoom here. This is living room now. Just test to make sure it works. Yes, sir. F3. Zoom here. Change room. El Kitchone. F4. Whatever. Just prepare raw fish forever, my friend. That is your That is your duty. That is your task. Good luck, Logem or Kumail, whoever I've put on that. That's what you will be doing in this fortress for time immaterium, forever. Man, look at all this gold we're getting. It's in the hallways of our dining rooms. It's just wherever we live and breathe. These people are lucky, man. People are lucky. I'm sure they came from this crappy fortress before that had nothing in it. Now look at this. Now look at them. Dining like kings. Okay. Wheelbarrow step. There we go. So doing good there. Look at all this food. All this food just sitting out. So I need some storage. We need to get things stored. So as soon as we finish on the bedrooms, it's our first task. We don't have any doors still. Oh my god. That's why I made another mason. I mean, you could make wood doors, but it's such a waste of wood, man. Such a waste of wood. done yet? Where's... Okay, I'm just not going to keep pausing. It's going to make everything seem way longer than it is. So we're just going to take a quick gander at the base. And I must say, it's coming along pretty well. Some of the first times I played Dwarf Fortress, my bases were not organized like this. They were simply just like, I dug into the wall, and it was whatever could go wherever was how it went. Like, I didn't have little suburbs for housing. No. There would be a house there, the kitchen's there. Oh my god. This game forces you to learn, or you're just gonna die. But thankfully, as the game implies, losing is fun in this game. I have a few stories of just hilarious situations that I would never get from another game. Okay, you no longer do anything but stonework. Sorry. This one's an old one. This is, like I mentioned, back when I used to play with my friend at his house or vice versa. I embarked next to a small little cave or chasm, and in that cave or chasm was 2 Ettins. Now, Ettins are pretty horrible, terrifying creatures because they're pretty tall, they're pretty strong, and they can kill a dwarf in single combat if you don't, have weapons and training and that sort of thing. Well, one of them ended up getting in my base, right? But thankfully, the lone militia commander of this small dwarven outpost was, let's say, pretty much a badass. He had killed a lot of stuff elsewhere. I'm talking goblins, I'm talking kobolds, I'm talking all this stuff. He was a really good swordsman. He was, oh god, wasn't legendary, but he was like mastered, good shieldsman. Unfortunately, this is back before I knew how to craft weaponry. So he had nothing. He was attacked in his hauling task to bring a door to a bedroom, just like one of these, right? Just like one of these. Well, this man, without a hesitation, swung his door and cut that in half. I wish I was joking. That's something that used to happen back in Dwarf Fortress. Now, that wasn't because he was a super badass, although it's cool to the story. It's because there used to be a glitch where when you killed something, they'd get cut in half immediately. So this lone dwarf, wielding this slate door, with a one mighty swing, cut a giant Ettin who was rampaging through the fortress in half. Oh, I mean, I still lost the fort to the other Ettin, but hey, that is one of my prime stories about this game, one of my prime enjoyable experiences. I'm not a good storyteller. Don't know if you could tell. I'd be shocked if you couldn't somehow, because god, I'm aware that wasn't that good of storytelling, but that sort of stuff about this game, those stories you remember them years from now, because that was years ago. That's why Dwarf Fortress is so fun. It's why, despite these frankly subpar graphics and what is essentially, I mean, it has its charm, don't get me wrong, but it's essentially just whatever the creators could get their hand on. That's why it still lasts to this day and why it's going to get a Steam release. Because it's not a AAA game that's built purely for cash, purely for, to milk the audience a little more. Something else, something a little different. Has some heart behind it. It's updated really frequently. It's amazing, man. It's a fantastic game. And I hope it continues to be updated until, until he views it, or they view it. I believe it's 2 people who make it, until they view it's totally complete. And I can't imagine it's going to be anytime soon. Some of the stuff they have planned is insane. It's just such a great game. Okay, enough fawning over Dwarf Fortress. If you're here, you probably agree with me to some extent. But we are almost finished. There we go. We finished all of the rooms that we need for now. Okay, who's idle? Who's doing... Why are you not digging, dude? Okay, you're good. Peasant has nothing to do. The bookkeeper, that makes sense. Carpenter has nothing to do. Okay. Make me some chests. I know I said that's going to be long term, but you know what? You're not doing anything. Welcome to the making chest zone, my friend. The peasant and the bookkeeper being idle, that's fine. I don't usually like having idle people, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Sometimes things just don't get done. Who did I make the other mason? I swear I made a mason, didn't I? Was it you? No? Okay, I guess you're just gonna be the other mason. We need you to do something. There you go. Have fun. Do your duty. Go make just a plethora of doors for the fortress. I don't mind if the stockpile's 40 doors high. It's necessary. It's a vital to the lifeblood of the fortress. Okay. We're gonna do one of each. A hive caught my eye. Hive is what you think it is. It's just where you put a beehive, basically. You're not just gonna create a stone beehive with bees inside. But it's close. Micro clean. Those blue rocks, man. I don't like those blue rocks. It looks like troll blood. Troll blood in Dwarf Fortress is bright blue. So if you get attacked in your main hallway, kill a few trolls, there's bright blue everywhere. Mixed in with red, and it can get pretty colorful and pretty nasty. Okay. We got more. The lone stone smoother. Got more for you. Ooh, wait a second. Did not see this. Oh, God. Oh, no. Something has to be changed. We need a last second fix. What am I going to do? This is what I'm going to do. Boom. Boom. And we're going to put a wall down there eventually. Speaking of walls, we're going to make some blocks. What kind of walls is this made out of? We're not doing microclean. We're going to do orthoclast. Okay. So we're going to make stone blocks. Stone blocks are they're lighter than stone, and they can be used to make walls just like stone boulders, essentially. And I believe it makes more stone out of a stone boulder than a stone boulder. I don't know if that makes sense, but you make a lot more stone than just... It's more economical to use stone blocks. How about that? Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Okay. Just gonna look over here. So yeah, you can tell a difference. At the beginning... Oh... The Fisher Dwarf. Oh, okay. So that was their that was their envoy. They just called him a Fisher Dwarf for some reason. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make a depot. A depot is where you need to have one to have traders drop off. But to do that, we're gonna need somebody who has architecture. There you go. So needs architecture. You don't use that for a lot of things other than traps and trade depots, but it's a weird skill that's just, I'm sure, is going to be improved on to have more uses in the future. And since we don't have a broker, this trading is going to be a little difficult. After this, I'm going to have you just make doors, my friend. Doors are vital. Alright, put some chests down. Make people a little more happy. Let's see. You know, I'm glad to see that the reception to Dwarf Fortress has been pretty positive. You never know with games like these. There's always been a pretty cult following to it, but it's not like the other big AA, AAA games that are released. So you never know. So here is the liaison. I'm your liaison from the Mountain Homes. Let's discuss your situation. Yes, sir. There's much to share. Finish peeking in. What do you want? Okay, so what do I want from you? What do I want from you? So what this will do, the higher priority, the more things will cost when you buy from them, but the more they should bring. So what we're going to ask for is we're going to ask that they bring seeds. I think I passed it though somewhere. Cups. Now, why would I want mugs from you? There we go. Seeds. I want plump helmets and I want pigtails. There you go. That's all I want from you. That's all I need. You're not elves. I don't need your cloth. Okay. See. Let me show you what I mean. So everything's at 100%. You see. So that means the price is normal. But since I asked for plump helmet spawn so much, the price is gonna go up, and is the likelihood that they're gonna bring it and bring more. Okay, so he's going to tell me what the Mountain Homes want. So they want weapons. Weapons and amulets. And goblets. Okay. Powder. Not quite sure what that means. Do they mean like they might mean like the powder that you use to make casts. I hope. I hope it's not I don't know if you heard that, but they want windows as well. Haven't messed with that. Windows is, like smelting sand and that sort of thing. But we can probably do amulets. Quivers, no. But amulets is a good price. That's a great price for amulets. Farewell. I look forward to our meeting next year. Our fortunes rise and fall together. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's see. Where's the rest of my civilization? The dignified turquoise. That's a great name. We are kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I didn't look to see. Ooh. What the heck? Oh my god. Yeah, this is a massive elven city. And here I am, parked not one tile away. Good lord, my Lanta. But anyways, yeah, we're nowhere close to anybody else, any other dwarves. But the reason for that is I wanted to have access to the elves, I wanted to have access to the goblins, and I wanted to have access to the humans, which are somewhere in Human Hamlet. There we go. So you want access to all the species, just to get all the content essentially. I ignored though. There's other things as well. There's also like towers and stuff, which summon undead. I don't mess with that. I don't like necromancers. I don't think it's so fun to cut somebody in half or kill an animal, be eating it, and then have like its legs come alive and attack you. That I don't think that's particularly enjoyable, but could be wrong in that regard. Who knows? Okay, everything's looking good though. Everything's looking good. So what we're gonna want to do is let's see the jug. It's the pots. Okay, so the pots are what we use to store things. The jugs were too small. We're gonna make a bunch of those, and then we're gonna make some rock crafts. Can we specify? Can we specifically request? Yeah, just make amulets. The fortress the mountain homes want amulets. Thus, we will pour them out. Which you'll probably actually end up seeing. I know I talked about how it was a new person thing to use rock crafts as a trade goods. You'll see my rock craft sweatshops. I'll pull them out this time, where poor dwarves work in moving sweatshops that go through the mines and mass produce out these low quality amulets that I sell for a massive profit to the mountain homes and the elves and the humans who want these paltry petty goods. I love that. Give somebody like 40 amulets for like a for like an anvil or something. Something just funny about that. Oh, what do we get? More. Oh my God, more migrants. You got a doctor, who's of course an hex strength, another warrior. Okay, but you're the doctor, my friend. We don't have anything ready for you, but you know, you're an accomplished diagnoster. Congratulations. What else are you good at? Do everything in healthcare. Cool. You're also a brewer. No. Oh, and a cooker. Oh. Not a baseball player, though. I didn't mean that kind of brewer. Ooh, you're fast. A legendary butcher? What are all these weird legendary people coming here for? I could do without all those creatures in that tangled greenery. Amen, brother. Amen. Except not really. Sorry, we don't mess around with that sort of thing. But what you could do, if you'd like, in the future, you can be my cook. You can be my cook. I'll also give you. You can keep being the butcher. That's fine. You can keep doing that, but you're also the cook. The chief medical man. You are not the cook anymore. You are just the brewer. This is. Oh, you brought a buffalo calf with you, and a horse fowl. Okay. Another herbalist who's also a. Why is everybody here a warrior? Another plant gatherer. I like that. Oh, that's a trader. Oh, he's a killer too. Is it more goblins? It's a named goblin. Stradno Owl Profane. You must have done something significant, like kill a dwarf. Let's make you the broker. Oh, there we go. You see how it doesn't. Expert persuader, adept negotiator. I will say, I don't know what effect any of these have. Last thing I heard on the Dwarf Fortress Wiki, which is a thing you should use, by the way, if you're new, is those don't have a tangible effect. Could be changed. But I don't think it has the, like, judge of, he has the judge of, he has the judge of, price, trait, which is the most important one. Skill. There we go, that's the word. But until then, oh, you got to do something else too. You're not just the trader, not just the broker, my friend. You know what? Have fun down in the sweatshop. You got to know what goes into it, and that's it. It's a small migrant wave. I'm fine with that. The massive migrant waves can be the annoying ones, or tend to be the annoying ones. So here's the start of our massive sweatshops that will dot out the sun eventually. And also, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, but you probably noticed it. I decided to turn on the music a little bit, just for a little background. You know, it's nice music. It can be repetitive, but you know, it has its charm. Just like everything in this game. Start giving people some rooms. What places we put doors on? Give you a cabinet. This is just going to be a thing that happens a lot, by the way. Just slowly building up everybody's rooms. That's just going to be done. You're going to see that in every episode. It's just going to happen. It's better to just do it over time rather than having to dedicate literally an entire episode or like an hour to me just doing this over and over again, you know. There we go. Of course I put a door on the room that doesn't have a bed in it, so I can't designate it as somebody's place. You stinker. You stinker, Cross. Alright, somebody hurry up and make this. You need a carpenter. Alright, we're gonna suspend this. What are you doing, huh? What are you doing? You're asleep. Oh my god. Alright, well, gotta take a nap instead of building the necessary things for the fortress. I see how it is. Alright, let's make also the wall here. So the one thing about walls... Oh, so you see we only did 2. Right here you see how there's 8 diorite blocks. That's the total quantity. We only made 2 orders of it there. So it used 2 big lumps of stone to make 8 diorite blocks. Way more economical, and they're smooth. So it's a lot easier for enemies to climb over rough walls because there's a lot more room for them. You know, like there's handholds essentially, right? With that, more difficult. It also looks better. Okay, micro clean. Still a lot of rocks. Amethyst, some more gems. Man, we're gonna make a killing off gems if we decide to go down that path. A lot of mussel shells. If you play long enough, your eye will catch just food sitting out in the middle of nowhere. Like I didn't know what these were. These are squash. Oh, we can judge the value. See right there, basic value 2. That's nice. So we don't need to worry about having to guess what things are worth. That's a fun time. Or vastly overpaying for goods because you have no idea what they're worth for some reason. That's Dwarf Fortress. Usually I try to make a dwarf who knows how to do that stuff from the start, but did not think to do that this time. Let's just make a bunch of amulets. The amulet horde. They're gonna come back and be shocked by how prepared we were for them. Another bedroom. The chief medical dwarf and the legendary butcher. That's why he came. He was like, or she came. Who knows? The legendary butcher came because they sent a nice little Dr. Noble along with. It was their significant other. There we go. Where are the diplomats? Just chilling out here by the wagon. He's chilling out. You see how a lot of the idle dwarves are chilling out around the wagon? The reason they're doing that is because it's considered a rallying area or a meeting place. We'll eventually make this dining room will eventually be that for us. So all the people who aren't doing anything will rally there. Okay. Just keep looking around. Another thing we're going to do is move this bad boy inside this trade depot. Probably dig it in the wall after the dwarves leave. And just make a bridge, you know? Something so we can close it up if we get attacked or something. Always got defense on the mind, man. Always got defense. There we go. They've arrived and are unloading the goods. I'm going to give you guys a glimpse at how trading looks before I end this episode. So, you know, you get a nice long one. That was the plan. Wait for the traders, but spend too much time in pause. Oh my god, what? You'll be leaving soon. We might not have time to even show you. So you can't trade immediately. Trader requested depot. Get moving. Get moving. Ubdal Astel Godin. Oh, and he automatically stops what he's doing too. Oh. That's a new thing. God bless, man. Used to take forever for them to decide to do anything. Where are you going? Oh, you're drinking. It said he was going to trade, but he decided that, you know what? I don't care. I'm not about that life. We're going to do some other stuff instead, you know? You dig? Oh, got the stray horse. Nice. Sick. You finished drinking? Okay, he's on his way to trade. He's on his way to trade. We've struck Citron. Everything's looking up. So, okay. Oh, and I didn't bring anything. Move goods. Okay. Crafts. Okay, we have nothing to trade. I thought we would add more. But here's the trading menu. What you see here is right here is the worth of the item. If you don't have a good broker, you won't see that. And here's the weight of the item. And something to keep in mind is they have a certain amount of a weight they're allowed to go to before they can't take anything. So just selling them a bunch of boulders won't work because they can't carry it home. So you can see all the different stuff they have. What I generally like to buy is leather and cloth because I've figured out how to do cloth a little bit more recently, but it was before my difficult the thing I never really made, instead traded for. Don't need anybody. All right. Well, that's the end of this video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a pause. Hey, they left at the same time. My name's been CrossTheGalaxy, better known as Cross. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Maybe drop a comment below. I hope you have a great day.